County Fair season in Central Oregon.
Corn dogs, caramel apples, elephant ears, funnel cakes. The Midway classics are my specialty.
Brian McKay has been making the staples for decades.
I've done food on a stick technology for 30 years.
Brian's family has a long history working in concessions, starting in the 1950s.
Is that something you learned from your grandpa?
My grandma, actually, he concerned himself with the rides mostly, but my
Okay.
grandmother was the one that ran the cook shack at that time. As a small child, we would go as far north as Saskatoon and as far south as Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh my gosh.
As we got older, and the houses were paid for and stuff, we settled down to simply the tri-state area.
Okay.
And I currently do 26 events a year. In the springtime, it's mostly festivals and street fairs and Cinco de Mayo. And in the summertime, from the 4th of July till October, it's county fairs.
Preferences and tastes have changed over the years in the concessions industry.
People don't really go popcorn and peanuts anymore. They go for deep fried Oreos.
Right.
Variety has gotten much, much bigger. There's far more food. You have tacos, empanadas, Italian. So the variety has changed much. These are the core ones. These ones have been fair classics since about the 1930s.
Yeah, the deep fried Oreos. So when did you see these come about? As I take a
I
pound of
started
sugar
doing them in 2003. My understanding is they were invented. Well, you'll find this about fair food is many people dispute the origins. So I believe the deep fried Oreos were invented in New York at about 1999 or 1998.
Oh, wow.
Before that, it was deep fried Twinkies, which were inspired from deep fried candy bars, which came from Scotland. And
Really?
They'd been deep frying things in Scotland for years and years and years, and it took a little while to get over the pond, but once it did, it caught on.
This kind of fair food is made out of simplicity.
Most fair food evolved to be built from ingredients that could be sourced in the middle of nowhere.
Sure.
With caramel apples, you can always get apples and sticks and sugar and butter. Popcorn can be found anywhere. Hot dogs generally can be found anywhere. There is a reason that the carnival menu has evolved to what it is today.
We're here to focus on the classics, including the famous elephant ear.
Talk to me about some of the origins of elephant ears. I feel like Oregon tries to claim it as our own, or like
Okay.
the Pacific Northwest does.
So Canada calls them beaver tails. In Mexico, they call them buenos. As far as I can tell, every culture has invented fried bread with sugar on it, and they all have their own little spin on it.
How do you make an elephant ear?
Well, we use pizza dough for the volume that we do, but at home, you want to mix your own dough and let it proof, and then you roll it out with a rolling pin and stretch it, fry at 375 degrees, and then cinnamon and sugar.
We're not eating at the fair for the nutritional value.
So funnel cake and elephant ears are very similar, but the
Right.
funnel cake it gets more toppings typically than an elephant ear does.
Yeah. A funnel cake is deep fried cake batter. Now, we know for certain that this was invented in Texas in the 1940s.
Really?
And basically the idea is how can I make cake very fast and serve it at a fair?
Top it with some whipped cream and strawberries, and you've got a dessert to go.
So how many corn dogs do you think you go through in a fair?
I will go through thousands at the Redmond Fair.
Really?
I buy them by the load.
What is one of your favorite events to attend year after year?
Well, I really do like the Deschutes County Fair. For the infrastructure there is top notch. It is by volume the largest fair I do for 5 days. I have a couple 10-day fairs, but Redmond Fair is the strongest 5 days I do every year. It takes all my attention.
For Brian and Inland Empire Concessions, they'll keep moving from town to town to bring smiles to the masses.
The risk of being immodest, I'm good at this.
Sure.
The Lord wants me to be a corn dog man. Many weird coincidences in my life have simply dropped it in my lap, and I've stopped questioning it and just simply taken the hint. It went from an ancillary part of the fair to being an attraction in and of itself. Now many people come to the fair for the fair food experience.
You can visit Inland Empire for yourself at the county fairs in Central Oregon. For another edition of Taste This, I'm Emily Kerr.